Okay, my wife gave me some jewellery that was quite tarnished somewhat, so she said to me, is there any way of cleaning it? And I remember a long time ago we basically had an ultrasonic cleaner. So I think these are all made of silver. I don't know what flavour of silver. I know it's sterling silver. I don't know really what the difference is. But these are either silver, I think, or they're silver plate. And this one here is kind of a little dull. And then some of this other stuff is dirty. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to see whether we can actually clean any of this stuff up. And this was a cleaner bought many years ago. Hasn't had a lot of use. You see it's a little bit dusty. What we'll do, we'll put this jewellery in here and we'll run it, and we'll see how much cleaner this stuff gets. Now, spoiler alert, I have tried this already and it didn't make a lot of difference, but for the benefit of you, you can also see this as well. And what we'll do is we'll put some water in here. And we'll run it. We'll give it a few minutes and we'll come back. We'll see if there's any difference. There we are. Let's plug this thing in. I think it has a program we can follow. There we go. So, as you might be able to tell, we've still got quite a lot of what looks like tarnish on here. I don't quite know what's going on, but we'll fish these out. We'll put them on the paper just to dry for a little bit, and then we'll try something just a little bit different. Okay, we'll take a piece of aluminum foil, shiny side up. You'll see the difference. There's quite the other side's pretty dull by comparison. We will take extra care in trying to get this inside our bowl, not to break it or punch any holes in it. And that's what this looks like. And then all we need is bicarbonate of soda, commonly used in, you can buy it in bulk in many stores, and you can buy this in the dollar store as well. And I think this is just the sort of Arm & Hammer variety. You might not be able to see the whole thing, but that's what it is. So that's what we're using in here. Put some of that in this bowl. I'll try not to make too much of a mess of it. I'm going to put all the jewellery in here. Just put those in there. I'm going to pause the video just a few moments while I go and get some hot water prepared. We need boiling water, so let me get that heated up and then we can proceed with the next part of this. So just start recording here as the water comes to the boil. I'm just going to put a little bit more baking soda on the top of this. Probably more than enough. So here goes. See what happens. Yeah. Okay. So I'll make a mess on the countertop here as I put too much water in it. We'll just put some paper here to stop that going too far. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a few minutes just to do its magic. If indeed there is any magic happening here, let's see. And then what we'll do at the end of this is that we'll give all of this a rinse. And we'll give it a rinse under the hot tap or cold tap over the kitchen sink here. And we'll see whether there's any difference. Now what I'm hoping that doesn't happen is that I don't ruin my wife's jewellery, because she will not be very happy with me. Alright. Let me pause the video. I'm just going to leave this here. I'm not adding anything to this. It's just baking soda, this aluminum foil, and then the actual jewellery, and you can see that it's still bubbling. So we'll give this a little while longer to finish doing what it's doing, and then I'll just we'll rinse this off in just a moment. So I've just rinsed the jewellery under the tap, and that's literally all I've done. Nothing else. Let's just empty this out here and have a little look. I must admit, on first appearance, I'm really surprised. So if I arrange each and every individual piece, I mean, there were many of these with, you know, tarnishing that was pretty bad. In fact, the tarnishing was so bad, I wondered whether it was silver at all, and instead it was just some other metal that had oxidized or something. But nearly every piece here has come up, you know, really shiny. But this particular chain was almost black in appearance, and it's come out looking quite new actually. It's got an earring attached to it. Let me just separate this very carefully. So the good news is I won't be in the doghouse with my wife, because I haven't ruined her jewellery. It's not perfect. Let me just turn this over so you can actually see that, you know, it's not 100% perfect, but I bet if I was to go through another cycle of this, or if I was to clean this jewellery maybe with some mild detergent or something before starting this, then this would probably come up much cleaner than what it is. But it's already a big difference on what it was before. It's made a big difference. Now, just for fun, what I did do is I got the aluminum foil out of the bowl to see if anything had actually happened. I can't see that it has. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in the bowl. I might just, you know, wash this with just some dish soap, rinse it thoroughly, then I'll put it back in the bowl with some more baking soda and some hot water, and then we'll try this again to see whether we can get this just a little bit cleaner. So I'll pause the camera and I'll try this cycle again, and we'll see whether we can get this just to be that much more shiny. It's just looking a little dull, really. I mean, it's better than it was, but it's not shiny, so we're going to see if we can make this thing shine. So bear with me 2 minutes, and then I'll get this ready for another dose of baking soda here. Same thing as before, a little bit of baking soda in the bottom of this bottom of this bowl. I don't have a precise amount of what you should put in there, but I'm just probably putting maybe about another cup in. Okay. Let's put this piece of jewellery in. Let's give it a quick wash. You won't see me washing it, but I just want to see if there's any grease on this that might be stopping this reaction from occurring. Okay, so that is now just being washed, just using dish soap only. A little bit of baking soda on top of it. Don't think I need too much of it. And then last but not least, we'll just put some okay. Just for giggles, let's give it a bit of a stir. Now, I won't give this as long as I did the last one. We'll try and pull it out. Now, bearing in mind this is going to be a bit warm, well, hot. Has it made any difference? Now, we haven't rinsed this either. It looks like it's shining, but I'll give it a little bit longer, and then what I'll do is I'll rinse this baking soda off of here when I'm finished. So now what I love to try out is to see whether the aluminum foil is really making any difference here. So if you happen to know whether this would work without aluminum foil, then feel free to drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm speculating here that this is an electrochemical reaction that's taking place here, and the chemical that we have, or the electrolyte as we can call it here, is the baking soda, and it is basically taking away the tarnish off of the silver, either by reacting with it and turning it into something else, and maybe the aluminum foil is a catalyst, I don't know. But this is the end result. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take this out, and without stopping the camera I'm going to rinse it. The water's too hot to put my hands in. Hang on. Okay. I'll give it a quick rinse and I'll bring this back. Okay. And it is shining more than it was before. There are still just a couple of spots in here, and I'm guessing that if we were to persevere with this, or just leave it in the solution, it would probably be, it'll come out much better. But right now I'm going to stop the video there. I'm going to call this good. I think that was a good test, and thanks for sitting here with me to watch it.